he's a fucking fraud because he keeps fucking taking over amazing teams. Barcelona, fucking Bayern Munich, Man City.
He's talking bull, and
No wonder they call him sausage.
What camera do I look into here?
Man City did.
He's talking football.
Man City did.
Earlier, that MegaHead apparently said that Manchester United will finish in front of Liverpool this year when Klopp left.
Who said that?
Hello YouTube, welcome back. We're not recording in MegaHead's kitchen today. We're back in the Aber Hotel. Our location was took by darts players last time. I'm sat here with these two. They physically resemble two darts players, but they could not hit a bull to save their lives. But they can talk bull on the football podcast. Here we go then. Let's come out swinging, get straight into the action, yeah? Early kick-off this weekend, Man United versus Everton. Like I said, we're not in the kitchen, but I do have to talk about a fridge. Harry Maguire, what was he doing, MegaHead, for the second goal there, mate?
What was he doing for both goals, really? How many chances do we need to clear a corner or a free kick from our box? It's disgusting. It's happening quite a lot as well. Man just can't defend set pieces, and Maguire, well, for the first goal, I thought it was partly to blame. The second goal, well, I just don't know what him or Nano are doing. And yeah, I wasn't even surprised. I wasn't surprised. I thought Everton were actually going to win, and I thought they were going to win comfortably. I think that was what I remember predicted was 3-0. But to be fair, the second half, United had come back. As soon as Bruno went back into that deeper role, he got on the ball more to take to the game. So it was good to see him get back into it, but such a poor first 65 minutes. And yeah, Maguire's just dreadful.
That's been the core problem at the moment, is set pieces for United. So if you watch them open play, they don't normally look like they're conceding. Because last year they conceded 28 shots a game, which is ridiculous. You watch them this year, the base is quite solid. I know we're not scoring goals, but we're conceding shit goals.
Ruben Amorim, the first episode I mentioned this. I do understand your point about implementing the system, but surely now, boys, there has to be some give or take. For me, I think your best players are your wingers. Garnacho, I know what happened with Rashford. I think he possibly was one of your best players, and they obviously can't get into the team because of the system. I feel like you're playing players that don't suit the system, you know, just so he can play the system, if that makes sense.
But he's going to stick that way. I mean, I remember when Jose Mourinho came to England. He said quite openly in his first press conference, I got two ways of playing. 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. That's it. I'm not going to change. If these players are not good enough, then they're going to go, and I'm going to stick with a 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 as you said it. Amorim's pretty much done the same, isn't he? He's come out and he said, this is the system. It's going to work, or it's not going to work based on my beliefs. He's not going to change like Ten Hag did and go, after 2 games, go, oh, well, actually, I can't play this way. I'm going to go back and do completely something different that I've never done in my manager career and start playing a different way, because then you know what happened with Ten Hag, he kind of fell apart.
Just slight tweaks, you know.
But the problem with changing it back to what are they like, it didn't work last year. So they want to play 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. What the wingers produced last year? Nothing. So you're going back to something which didn't work last year, because I know we're doing worse at the moment, but he's sticking to his beliefs, his system. At least he can die on his own sword and say, yeah, I got sacked playing the way I want to play. But
we know we've got things to work on. Our midfield's going to be a problem as well, because he wants to put Bruno Fernandes further up, but he can't, because Bruno needs to play in that midfield because he doesn't run in for us.
They're going to have to have a big summer.
Yeah. You know yourself, being a Liverpool fan, when Jurgen Klopp first came into the club.
Jurgen Klopp. I hope your fucking marriage flops. You.
Yeah, so when Jurgen Klopp came in the team, you know what happened? It took him about three transfer windows to get the players he wanted in.
Yeah.
Obviously got Van Dijk one window, then he got Alisson.
We weren't this bad though, Meg. 15.
No, you weren't this bad. But again, what I'm saying is you still need to give the manager time.
I know what you're saying.
To get those players in.
A penalty for you?
Yeah, to be fair, I was planning on coming on here today and for the hashtag for the pod, like going against you pair of twats. But it's not. For me, it's a bit silly, the fact that I think both of them tugged him back, but I don't think there's enough there. The fact that he fell down the wrong way, even.
Yeah, he makes it not a penalty. Yeah. I think if he just goes down from the tug and the ref gives it, they're not gonna overturn it. Yeah. But because he does that foot movement towards Maguire and then doesn't make contact with Maguire and still falls over, you're giving the VAR an obvious decision not to give it because they're going to go, well, there's no contact on the foot. What have you done that for?
But he's a bell end for doing that when he's at United. So
Yeah, he was bad for
Ashley
it.
Young, fuck you. Deserve it.
Go little bird, shut your mouth again, you prick.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll move on. Then is it? That's my bit of therapy listening to you pair talk about Man United out of the way. And but I'm looking forward to this one as well. Arsenal versus West Ham. That was a shock, a hammer blow for Arsenal. And is that Arsenal? Obviously, we'll talk about Liverpool in a minute. But I can't say it, being a Liverpool fan. But is that Arsenal done?
They were done anyway. They're shit. They got nothing. I don't know. They going forward. I watched the game Saturday, and they've got nothing. I just don't.
They're shit.
They're shit.
They're shit. I mean, I'm not going to say they're shit, but yeah, it's definitely done. Liverpool won the title. It's just a possession now, isn't it? To the end of the season. Like I said last week, I think they'll win it by 9 points. They could win it by more, based on that. Obviously, Arteta's pretty much done what Amorim's going to do. He's dying on his own sword because he didn't go out and get a striker. I don't know why he's been so stubborn and not gone and got a striker. You can see they're struggling. Didn't Mourinho start? Mourinho started striker. What's happening?
Yeah, he's put a defensive midfielder up front. I know he come on and scored 2 last week, but
it's Leicester,
you can't expect him to play 90 minutes as a striker. I give somebody a chance from his under 21s, put him on the bench, wherever. You've got to have a better option than that 180. Put him up the middle. Still on the wing.
It would have been a stretch anyway. As I said, I think Liverpool won the title before this weekend. But what's really fucked him up now is that's going to fuck their Champions League up as well because they haven't got a striker. They might get past. They probably will get past PSV. They're not going to get past with the either Madrid teams because Atletico Madrid will just defend deep and they won't score against them. I'll probably try and nick a goal. And Madrid will just overpower them. So
if it's Arsenal Atletico, then it's just going to be 2 defensive teams. So that's what Arsenal do. They just sit back. They play on their defence and then.
I think he's fucked the season up for them now, because they're not going to. Again, they're going to go trophyless.
What's your thoughts on Arteta then? Do you think you rate him?
He's got to go now. I think his 4th full season out of trophy. He's finished 8th twice, 2nd last year, and then probably 2nd this year. But this should be the year they capitalised on the changes at Liverpool. You've done really well, to be fair, considering Klopp leaving and him coming in.
Don't say flop.
But Man City been non-existent this season, haven't they? The last couple of games they've turned it around maybe, but again, they've lost a day with people.
I'm not going to say Arteta's not a good manager. He is definitely a good manager. Old Lego head. That's what I should start calling him because he's just a that's the problem with him. He's an arsehole of a manager.
Oh, he is a knob.
And that makes it worse from the outside looking in. You almost, because he's such an arsehole, you almost want to slag him off even more because of his personality. I think he is a good manager. He's done a great job at Arsenal considering where they were. But is he the one that's going to take him to the next level? I don't know. I think
they found the limit, haven't they? The FA Cup, they got out the 3rd round, 4th round every time since he's been there.
But they're short in one area. And I think, like last year, they had the best centre-back partnership in the league. This year, that's not quite. Liverpool's defence has been pretty good. But they just need that striker. If they had a world-class striker, it could be the difference between them finishing 2nd and 1st.
I knew Arteta was a bit of a dickhead when he pulled out the fucking light bulb in the team meeting. Have you seen that? In the team talk, pulls out a fucking light bulb, tells the team, have you seen it? On the documentary. Pulls a light bulb out, right? Gets it to fucking shine. He says, this is what happens when we all stick together. It fucking shines.
Did he do that? Is this the same documentary where he went and put the speakers around the pitch and started blasting and you never walk alone?
Yeah. And then they lost 4.
Fucking odd.
So Arsenal fans, right? This is nothing personal. They're coming at us on Twitter, on TikTok, I should say, actually. Arsenal fans at the minute. You are bad for it. You know, you're probably thinking, who's this fucking little twat with a shiny forehead, you know? But I'm going to be like an angel here. This is a beacon of light. You are shit, right? So just accept it. And as for giving him shit, can you be a bit more creative with your insults? There's a lot to fucking work with there.
Look, he's wearing a tea towel for tonight's episode.
Someone called me sausage head. And I was like, do you watch the pod? Because it's clearly the name's MegaHead, not Sausage Head. What's big about a sausage? I don't get it. It's not long, is it, mate? Well, I don't think my head's long, is it? But...
You ears stick out of it.
Oh, right, yeah. Sausage ears then, but fucking sausage head, like, I'm mad.
So yeah, there we are, Arsenal fans. You know, calm it down a little bit. Like I said, it's nothing personal, so...
Facts are facts.
Yeah, it's a fact. Title's over.
There we are, moving on, and that's a good way to move on to today's game. Obviously the big one, Man City against Liverpool. Obviously, being a Liverpool fan myself, I was happy to see a slightly different approach today, sort of more pragmatic. I think Slot seen the team that Man City had out without Haaland and thought that they can just sort of defend and it's City on a counter, and there was no threat from City whatsoever, was it?
No, from what I've seen, the only problem you had was Doku running at Trent. But
Proved our point, didn't
he can't produce when he gets past the man,
Yeah.
which is the problem. A bit like Adama Traore.
Yeah, he is a Adama Traore.
You get beat his man, but then, you know, what do you knew he's going to find someone who'll put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, Doku is all fart, no shit, really, and he...
Pretty much, yeah.
It's just no effect. It's not, just nothing happens at the end of it.
Mad.
Yeah,
What an analogy.
that's what I find anyway.
Why is Trent so lazy? Because today I wasn't watching all of it, I'm not going to lie, but every time I'd seem to turn over, Doku was going past him, and there was a couple of times that Trent got to the ball first.
Yeah, I know.
And just let Doku just go on the outside of it and get the ball. I was like, what are you doing? It's lazy. He doesn't put his body in the right
Do
position.
you think he's scared of getting hurt?
I don't know what it is.
Possibly
He's doing this all the time.
The Real Madrid deal.
Dangling a leg out like that.
The Real Madrid move.
Well, that could be a good point, actually.
Maybe his
Maybe,
mind where he don't want to go into a 50-50. I don't know.
maybe he's got a big payout coming from Madrid, and I didn't even think of that way, but I just don't know.
Yeah, just dangling legs out.
Has he always been just a dangler? Like, I don't watch him enough
Well,
to
I
say...
don't know, when you first come into the team, but maybe he wasn't targeted as much. But he seemed to, you know, I wouldn't say he pocketed fucking people, but yeah.
He'd be in a battle.
Yeah, I don't know.
Strange.
The issue is he's not slow by no means, but he's not Kyle Walker fast,
That doesn't help.
and that doesn't help him because he puts himself in the wrong position. But Kyle Walker would put himself in those positions, and his speed and his power as well. He's quite physical. Would get him out of it.
Yeah.
Trent seems to be not as fast, but also not as physical, and that then lets him down when he's out of position. We have a little challenge for ourselves. This week, the challenge was to name the top 5 best title-winning teams. So we'll get straight into it. We'll go for number 5 from everyone, then we'll go to number 4 and so forth. So my number 5 was the Arsenal 97-98 winning team.
Double winning team before...
Double winning team, yeah. Obviously, I won't tour the Premier League. They did win the double. That's right.
Not much
Any
to say
particular
about that.
reason? Like, for me, they're not on the list. I don't know.
So
not
for
on
me, I think maybe a bit of nostalgia. It was my first proper season of watching, like a full season of football. I think I was 7 when it started that season. So it's a bit of nostalgia. I was a Man United fan, but that Arsenal team to me were fucking amazing. Like David Seaman, you can name them all. They are proper footballers. And it was like you had David Seaman, Lee Dixon, Adams, Keown.
Winterburn.
You had Winterburn left back. Then you had Petit and Vieira in the midfield. You had Overmars on the left. You had Parla. You had no, number wasn't in there. Bergkamp and Anelka. And Anelka was absolute fire. David Platt played as well in there, coming towards the end. But I just thought they were a really, really top
David
team.
Platt is fucking Coronation Street, isn't it? Fucking... He looks a bit like...
really proper old school football team. Hard as fuck as well to play against. It was just a nostalgia pick, I think, maybe. I just loved it when I grew up.
So are you doing your full 5 now?
No, that's my 5.
Okay. All right, my number 5 then is Chelsea, 2004-2005. I think Mourinho came into the league, didn't he? Cocky, obnoxious, a bit like Flook Fights actually. But no, the football I think he wasn't the first one to play like 4-2-3-1, but I feel like most people were playing 4-4-2 at the time. And I think, I remember seeing that and thinking, pretty. And they conceded, I think they broke the record for the
15.
least amount of
I've got
goals
them
conceded.
higher. I've got them
there
3
we
on my
are.
list.
I've got them number 3 as well.
Yeah.
Because
There we go then, okay.
They were a great team. They were probably the hardest team ever to beat.
25 clean sheets record.
Yeah.
That was it, that was it.
It was unbelievable.
Most of the
It was so solid. Yeah, Mark Lely was making the Mark Lely role.
Duff and Robin, weren't they, on the wings?
I think it was 4-3-3 as well.
Yeah, 4-3-3.
It was
It was
more-
it was
Yeah,
a 4-3-3.
no, it was, yeah.
Obviously, you had Lampard, Drogba, and then Terry Carvalho.
just a pass.
That back five is check.
Yeah.
If I remember, Crespo off a bench.
And Johnson was still in the team as well.
Team of just.
They were a hard team to beat. I didn't like them, but
No.
That's why number 3 for me. I just
yeah,
think
they were number 3 on my list. But
Oh, there we are. So, then
My
Thomas.
number 5 is United 92-93 team. The first team.
you fucking can't remember that, you prick.
I used to have it on VHS. I watched it as a kid.
I've seen Premier League years on Sky Sports.
I didn't have Sky Sports, it was on tape. But no, the first team to win it after the big change. We won quite comfortably in the end, 10 points. It was you look at the team, it's quite a solid team. Steve Bruce, I think they say he scored 2 in the final 7 minutes at Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah,
to save them from
a good team,
getting the momentum.
Any
But
team win the
just for me,
title.
I think this is the first one. It was a 10-point, it was a full change, but it's 5th because it was an extra 2 teams in the league. Back with 22 in the league at the time on it.
Cantona have changed the team as well, didn't he? Because we
Coming off
started
the
off really
season.
shit that season. I think we drew 1, lost 1, maybe won 1, but it was really bad start. We for the first 5 games, I think we only had about 6-7 points.
First winners, I think you've got to squeeze them in somewhere.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. My number 4 then, I went for the United treble team. Now, as a team, if we just talk about a team as general, they're probably the best because of what they did. They're the first team to do it, so I would always have them as my top. But in terms of a title winning, the title itself, they won it with 78 points. They won it by 1 point last game of the season. But they were a very, very good team. They just didn't know when they were beat. That's why I put them they're in there at 4. They could have been higher. But
I've got them number 1
You've got number 1?
because you need to remember back then their squads were a lot fitter than we're back now. To be able to play across the 3 competitions, I think you have
Yeah,
squads
but
of
so
6 and 7 players.
when I'm doing this, I'm not thinking of what they did in the FA Cup and the Premier League because it's only the Premier League, or sorry, the Champions League.
But
I'm just thinking the league.
it does have an effect on it, though, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
You can't put into, you can't say that your league, you lose to someone midweek after the Champions League, it's affected by, it all comes together, doesn't it?
Yeah, they were a great team. Great team. But in terms of title winning,
I'm not saying
there's
it's
teams
better.
on there that have done it, I think, better. The way they won the title. That's why I didn't put them higher. Great
just
team,
think-
man. And the achievement is even Man
The
City's
first one was
achievement.
the
wasn't it?
treble, but you look how thin, you compare the squad now to what it was
Yeah, it was a better
to
treble.
back then.
Yeah.
You had your starting 11 pretty much, 3 or 4 subs which are decent enough to come in. You had Blomqvist coming off the fucking bench to replace Peckham.
Yeah,
he
so
played about 6 games in his career. That's the one I mean. Jonathan Green has got a Champions League winning medal.
Got a young Wes Brown there as well.
And
Jonathan Green's got a Champions League winning medal. There you go.
do you know what I mean?
So Scott
And-
Carson.
Yeah, but for me, I
fucking
don't.
loads.
Yeah, pretty else.
You got a lot of medals, I know that anyway.
Who's
Just
on
not
before?
not much teeth to go with it. Is it my 4th now, is it? Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
number 4.
okay. The Arsenal invincible season. I do think that season is slightly overrated. I know not losing all season is a massive achievement, but they did draw 12 times, so that's why they're not so high up on my list.
Not in my top 5.
All mine at all. I think, again, they're out of World Cup competitions early. So they had a full squad pretty much for the second half of the season to see the game. And they would draw in. They had some big decisions go their way
They
as
lost
well.
the Carling Cup early, didn't they? That was the 3rd round was to Middlesbrough, but they did. They got the semi-final of the FA Cup, lost to Man United. They got the quarter-final of the Champions League, lost to Chelsea. So it wasn't that. It's just to me that they weren't as. I never rated the invincible team.
Well, they got that gold trophy though, haven't they?
Well done.
That little gold.
It's the last one.
trophy,
That's the last one they've won, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So again, Arsenal fans, calm down. You have
20,
2004, 2005, is it? No, 2003, 2004. Yeah, 2004.
2004. Yes.
2004, they haven't won the
So
title
one
since.
title in 20 years, no European Cups. So
Glad you had the European Cup thing, because I was going to say but only one title in 30 years, mate. But
moving on. Should be 2 now, shouldn't it?
Yeah, should be, yeah.
Well, I'd still class it.
So my number
COVID doesn't count.
Your number, who's
My
right,
number 4, are we on?
Yeah, number 4.
United 95, 96, can't win anything with kids.
Okay.
Just because the turnaround on our squad, looked it up earlier, the average age was 24.5. And that's only because you still had Steve Bruce hanging around at 36 in the background. Dennis Irwin just turned 30. And I think it was Cantona out, propped it up. Possibly Peter Schmeichel as well. But the rest of them were all quite literally 21,
I
22.
don't agree that that's top 5, but obviously I'm sure it wasn't. Like I said, every team that wins title deserves some sort of credit.
Yeah.
So, but I just think there is better teams that have done it than
Possibly.
that 95, 96 team. The double winning team, I understand, again, as much as
Again, I think for me is the turnaround from, if a squad done like that now these days, I don't know, Liverpool, Salah, Van Dijk, Trent will disappear next year, and they bring in 3-4 academy players, what's going to happen? I just can't see.
Yeah.
Do you think you've got the academy players to step up and would do that these days? I know football's different.
Well, no one as good as Collier anyway, that's for sure. Like,
No,
I mean,
exactly. Sell him.
That's another episode. We're not doing that tonight.
not doing that tonight.
No,
no.
I'm not up to it tonight. No.
I'll just have to go on the WhatsApp and read
Yeah,
all,
just read that.
all
Sorry about that.
You do it for him.
Yeah.
But what Alan Hansen said about that team was one of the stupidest things ever.
But
Because he tried judging someone too early, like somebody else done this week.
yeah, maybe.
What was that?
We'll soon see.
No, Carmen, we'll do another episode.
Okay, fair
What he
enough.
said about fucking Cardia.
Oh, right, fucking hell.
I don't know about it. Fuck's sake.
Right, here we go.
What's your number 3, Anne?
Chelsea 0405.
Oh, same one.
yeah,
Okay, fine.
we've had them.
My number 2 is United 07, 08.
Same year.
And they speak for themselves. They were an amazing team. They were literally one game away. And I say one game because if they'd beaten Portsmouth in that FA Cup, they would have won the treble. They basically one bad performance away from winning the treble, and they would have done, and that would have been a better. They did it better than the treble 99 team.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
they
front
were
three,
perfect.
Tevez, Rooney and Ronaldo. Obviously Vidic, Ferdinand, Evra.
Where's Brown?
Yeah,
It was just stars everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
And
not-
then
There
you
was
had
no
Carrick
weakness.
and Scholes in midfield. It was amazing. Hargreaves as well, outstanding team.
and they won the
probably
Champions
team.
League as well, so that does,
Great,
like you
great
said,
team.
But I've got Leicester for my number 2.
it's a massive achievement,
just
but
because of
they're
that-
not a great,
I kind of feel like this is like the Invincibles, isn't it? It's an achievement, but not a great team.
like I think,
they've capitalised on what opportunity they had, whereas they should have been fighting relegation really from the year before. They just made it up the last couple of games to
Yeah.
stay up. But to go from that, Kante, Mahrez, some players.
I think you just see the way they were the season before, the season they were after. That kind of tells you where the team is. The team is there. That's where the team should have been. They had one amazing, the best season you'll ever see in your life.
Like I said, it
Great
should have
story.
been
But
one of them bottle job clubs from London, Spurs, Arsenal, maybe winning it.
yeah,
But
you can't.
they've
isn't
also
it?
to a relegation for Leicester.
yeah.
It's,
I mean, at least I suppose the argument would be at least they challenged them, but
But, yeah,
themselves.
But no, I understand the story. The story of Leicester doing it was amazing. It's the best story ever. But
Yeah, I
they're
think-
not a bit.
biggest
They weren't a
sporting
good team.
achievement for the team sport.
it's certainly the biggest shock in it and the best story.
I mean, we could do another podcast on that completely.
Yeah,
on
just
about,
quick questions
on about the
in there.
best sports
Get
moments. But
Andrea Bocelli singing in the back.
Football one.
yeah, I think it's probably the best football.
What would you say?
Achievement.
Porto winning the Champions League.
No, it's a cup competition.
winner.
I think anybody can win a cup. It's a
Yeah.
cup.
maybe.
That's the
Apart
idea
from
of it.
Arsenal, like.
Yeah, obviously.
All right then. So, well, we've all said our
You've had
number
my
two.
number 1 as well, United.
What was your
Treble.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
all right, yeah. It hates me to say this one, but they are number 1. City 17, 18. 100 points. They were an amazing team as well.
Well, the reason I haven't put them in is the under 15 cheating charges.
Same.
Until they're clear,
I just want to confirm that as we sit here today, that there's no proof that they have cheated.
Well,
we don't want no liability. We don't want no sues.
they haven't been cleared.
You know,
Anyway, so
they haven't been cleared, but it's under investigation. Just want to
until
confirm.
that's been cleared for me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm keeping them out of it.
That's what I have done as well. I've kept Man City out of it. So you've gone for the 100 points. I've
Yeah.
gone for 99 points. Liverpool 2020.
Oh, why am I not surprised that Liverpool are top
And
of
I'm
you?
glad that you've done that, because that sort of proves my point, because we done it, but we've done it without any looming charges, only one less point. And I know that Thomas here says that they don't count because it's a COVID title, but the title was wrapped up before someone had a bat.
If a tree falls in the wood and there's no one there to hear it, did they fall? Or did they make a noise, sorry? Same with Liverpool. If no one's there to watch it, did they? If no one's there to watch it, did they win?
That's what got me out.
In the woods, yeah, in the woods.
But like Bruno Fernandes last season scored a goal after the full-time whistle. The season's void.
No, that was the season after.
You sure that was against Brighton when we scored the 99th minute?
I tell you what, actually, the only
the
team who actually benefited from COVID was actually probably Man United, because you went the whole year without losing away, because your players are fucking pussies and can't play with fans in a crowd. And then as soon as fans come back in, so no, we had the league wrapped up before COVID. We had 82 points. Hang on. Liverpool won 26 out of 27 games last season, right? Just imagine
26 out of 27?
I swear on my
Did
life.
they play 38 pounds?
Yeah, before COVID, I'm on.
Oh, right, sorry,
Yeah.
I was going to
Yeah.
say.
The only one we didn't win was United away when Lallana scored a last 10-minute equaliser. 26 out of 27 games, the league was wrapped up. Over the year, over a 38-game period that year, 35 wins, 3 draws, 108 points out, 115.
Well,
and we won the Champions League.
You would have been
the year
invincible.
before. No, I mean,
No,
over
he
the
means
30
a year of football rather than an actual season. He's changing
So,
the argument to make it better.
there we go.
Changing the rules.
I'm sorry, mind. The fact
Here's
that
my points.
how can we disregard Man City? Regardless of what's happened off the field, the players on the pitch there still went out and done the job every single week.
Them players wouldn't have necessarily been there if they hadn't bent these financial rules, which they've possibly done.
Possibly done. So until they get stripped of their title, regardless even if they get found guilty, if that title isn't stripped, they're still title the winners of the league.
We'll come back and discuss it then, but for now, they're not going to my list.
Fuck's sake, honestly. Mad.
And to be fair, you do call him Pep Fraudiola.
Yeah,
but now you've got him at the top.
No, he's a fucking fraud because he keeps fucking taking over amazing teams.
He's talking
Barcelona, fucking Bayern Munich, Man City.
He's talking bull, and
No wonder they called him sausage.
What camera do I look into here?
Man City did.
He's talking football.
Man City did win the league before Pep got it, you know that. So he took over a good team anyway. And then he just fucking spent 500 million on defenders. And, they won. Yeah, I know. That's why he's a fraud. He's a fraud, but the team are good. You know, they play good football. Can't argue with that. But he's a fucking checkbook man. He's a fraud, man. Fucking Pep Fraudiola, and you can fucking flop.
Bit of contradiction going on.
We'll let him have it. There's a slight contradiction as well. MegaHead's not going to be happy to hear this. Someone informed me earlier that MegaHead apparently said that Manchester United will finish in front of Liverpool this year when Klopp left.
Who said that?
I cannot give any names.
I bet this is Reynolds today. Talking out of his fucking arse.
I cannot give any names.
I may have said it. I may have said it. may have said it, but, you know, in hindsight, it doesn't...
Guess the player. If you watched last week's episode, we got old fatheads in 11 guesses. Quite easy, really, when you've got it together. But you only done it for the piss taken, I believe.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I did. I just went to the piss on the fucking...
Yeah, so let's see... Flook Fights has got up in line for us by here now.
Okay.
So on our hop first question.
Is this player retired?
Yes.
Is he British?
No.
He's not British.
European?
Yeah.
Did he play for a top 6 team?
Yes.
Did he play in the north of England?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he played both.
Right.
Went from Arsenal, Man City.
Berbatov.
Van Persie went from... just got a few of them now.
Did they retire pre-2015?
I'm going to say 2015. Bang on, right.
So 2015.
Did he play in red?
Yes.
So is Arsenal and Liverpool.
Man
Spurs
United.
are out now. He didn't win the title.
Well, you could have joined Man United in 2014.
We don't buy people that old, surely. We will retire within 2 years. Last one being Van Persie, wasn't
Still
it?
Schweinsteiger. Could have retired straight after.
That's the only one, isn't it?
I need a fucking. I need a Flux fight then.
Brilliant.
I'm thinking of fucking Modric, man. He's still fucking playing. Did he play as a forward?
No.
Did he play as a goalkeeper or defender?
No.
So he's a midfielder.
That's good, wasn't it? He narrowed it down. He asked me fucking goalkeeper or defender, and he's fucking...
Cheating, really.
We need to work up the club, I think, and then we'll have a...
Did he retire in the Premier League?
Yes.
Do you think he would have picked a Scouse player?
Everything does is scouts. That's all you fucking know.
Or do you think he would have gone for a fucking...
Got fucking Balmaveras now, yeah, man.
Or bottle job?
At least I know what I know, mate. He's fucking got an opinion on everything. Go on his fucking sport chat, right? He's going on about fucking basketball the other day. Fucking Chicago Bulls 4, Toon Squad 3 and that.
Toon Squad 3. Fucking hell.
Looking stiff like on a lacrosse actor.
Fucking hell, man. So just like watching sport, fuck's sake.
He's a very sad man. Was his club Liverpool?
No.
It's got to be fucking...
So it's Arsenal, Man United.
Arsenal has got to be.
The question is, did he go from Arsenal or Tottenham to Middlesbrough?
Did he come down or to one of them?
Or did he come down and retire at that club?
Back in 2015, fuck me, can't.
Ah, fuck. Mikel Arteta.
Correct.
Get in there! Come on!
So it was Arsenal.
Yeah.
But
It was LegoHead himself.
Fucking Lego head!
I've got him on my mind at the minute. So
Fuck me.
yeah. Well done, MegaHead. I think that was about 11 questions again, was it?
Come on!
It was 11 last week on it so far. Old Maltese and
Fucking
everywhere.
Everton wanker. as well.
Ending then with our moment of the week. So we're all going to pick what we think was the best moment of every week. Starting with you, Mantle.
Well, I'm going to go with Ashley Young and his non-penalty, just because the cheating bastard got what he deserved and went the penalty, and I'm glad Ugarte confronted him at the end of the game.
He loves doing that, doesn't he? Ugarte.
Yeah, he's
done it in the FA Cup.
South American.
Done it in the FA Cup. He's
fighter,
Harvard's well, didn't he?
Yeah.
After he saved it, when he pushed him and all that.
Good.
Fucking hell. Crazy.
But yeah, Ashley Young, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
Fair enough. I think you enjoyed it when he was doing it for your club, didn't you? But, you know.
Nah, because you used to get quite a lot of stick.
All the memes and our...
Just they went, the bird.
Needs bird shit,
the
fuck
bird
him.
shit he did, yeah. So, nah, fuck
Fair
him.
enough.
He should have retired 10 years ago.
Yeah, and the rest. All right, for me, it was Jared Bowen ghosting in there. Terrible defending, by the way, as well. What was that about?
Like
How can
Trent
you let
on
one...
the back post.
How can you let Wan-Bissaka, talk about Trent, it was Wan-Bissaka of all people, going down the line with his fucking shaky leg, was fucking crossing it.
It was Michael Jackson.
And fucking Jared Bowen, just fucking terrible defending, and that's why it's my moment of the week. I was loving it, obviously. Big shock, and yeah, that's mine.
And mine's a bit left field. I did a bit of European research this week and managed to watch the Club Brugge game against Atlanta. Out in Atlanta, I thought Atlanta probably beat them. They were 2-1 down for the first leg, but I thought, nah, Atlanta at home. And then Club Brugge went and fucking put a performance of that on, beat them in their own backyard through to the next round in the Champions League. So that's my moment of the week. Just something that we don't normally talk about or watch. So
On that, how do you feel with Liverpool's draw? Considering you come top of the league phase, do you feel like you've benefited with PSG?
Well, I was on about this earlier. No and yeah, because PSG do seem good on paper. They look good against Man City, but at the end of the day, they finished, 18th for a reason as well. And I think they will sort of maybe open up and try and play against us as well. I think it's going to be a tough away leg, and I think if we get through that, Anfield, for Liverpool, they can go to a gear, and I don't think many teams can deal with it, to be fair, in Europe.
Yeah, I think it's the worst. It's the worst draw you could have had. But again, it's not necessarily a bad draw, but it's the worst draw you possibly could have had. But I think with Paris Saint-Germain for years they went with this. Oh, we're going to buy the best players, and that didn't work for them. Did it?
They've changed now.
Yeah,
Season.
and Enrique's slowly again starting to play some good stuff. I know that obviously they finished where they did in the league, but
they turned it into a team this year rather than individual.
Vitinha in the midfield's really, really good. They've got Dembele, they've got Zaire Emery as well, and up front Gomez. His name is Gomez, isn't it? The Portuguese player.
Ramos.
Gonzalo.
Ramos, sorry, yeah.
Sorry, he's hangover.
I'll have loads of stick for that one, yeah. But,
it's like a fucking hangover forward.
Yeah. But he seems to be a bit of a
He's the dull fucker on the...
No,
actually, to be fair, he's Alan. I'm fucking Stu, the nerdy twat. Saying that, he's not Bradley Cooper, is he?
No, he's more like fucking Alan.
I fucking take Bradley Cooper, ain't he?
He dresses like him as well.
I'm what the fucking tiger.
So do you reckon you get Villa in the next round because they've got Club Brugge and the winners of that is...
Yeah, that won't be easy, but Emery in Europe.
He's got history, haven't he? Getting quite far. You took Villarreal to semi-finals.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
It's a great draw for Villa. I'm not saying the Club Brugge played really well. Like I said, I watched it, but I think Villa would be confident they'll go through that.
That's what you would have wanted if you're looking at the draw.
Arsenal go through against PSV, I think. They will. They won't get past the next round then when they go Madrid, and either one will probably beat them.
Which Madrid do you think will come out on top? Real or?
I mean, on paper, Real Madrid are the best team. But Atletico Madrid got this thing of just grinding out results, especially with 2 legs.
They're dark horses this year, Atletico.
Yeah,
they're normally very, very good in the Champions League against through these tight affairs, so it could go either way. But I think either one will beat Arsenal. Arsenal with no striker, it'd be no problem for me, I don't think.
The main question is, what are you watching, EastEnders or Coronation Street?
Neither. I think I'll just turn the old YouTube and the football podcast on, have a rewatch and catch up.
Here we are, exactly.
All the bullshit coming out of our mouths.
Just do the Champions League whenever. You don't talk about Man United again, Sasha, Dad.
No, we can end it there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Chelsea, the Conference League before.
No.
Well, Shamrock done really well. Obviously lost some penalties. Look at them. Shamrock Rovers.
Right.
Don't watch it?
No, mate. He's going off on one again now.
Can't bite.
Shamrock, is that what Conor McGregor plays for them now, isn't he?
Probably owns them.
The young boy, 16-year-old.
Yeah, 16, lovely penalty.
There we are.
Lovely penalty,
New record holder and the youngest Europa League scorer.
But it's nice to see the British, and not British, obviously Irish, but...
Don't get us real into that.
Yeah, no, don't get him into his politics. We should never have left Brexit. We'll end it there. Thank you again for tuning in. Remember to subscribe. We really want to grow, and that would help us. And also, like I said, you will never miss a video either. And it's been good fun again, boys.
Yeah.
Enjoyable.
Thanks to the... I don't know what I was going to say. Just skip that back.
Nice to be out in this kitchen.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye. There's going to be some editing with this.
Yeah, it is. Be up all night again.
Just fucking kick me out of it.